Hey engagement fans, welcome back to the Engagement Studio. I'm Aaron Brown, a member of the Insights Analyst team here at Quantum Workplace, and today I'm joined by Katy Ramsey, Manager of People Development at California Resources Corporation. Thanks for joining us, Katy.
Yeah, thank you.
So today we're going to talk about how organizations can evolve their manager-employee performance conversations. So before we get into that evolution, can you tell us a little bit about the more traditional performance management conversations that employees and managers have typically had?
Yeah, for us it was really a once-a-year experience. You know, they would sit down, pretty stressful. The employees wouldn't always know what was coming. They kind of felt like the manager might open a book of kind of their notes throughout the year. So a lot of uncertainty, a lot of nerves, and once a year. So you're only really able to capture performance for the past few months. So I think it was something that employees dreaded and really didn't benefit from.
So I think it's always important to make sure that we can empathize with managers, with employees, and make sure that they get the best out of that conversation. So at CRC, kind of what are some steps that you've taken in order to evolve that performance conversation, and what typically does it look like now?
So we really started by changing the culture and saying that these conversations need to happen all the time and be much more informal, really trying to go towards a model of real-time feedback. So in order to get managers there, we started with a training program and really starting with that classroom education around what should these conversations look like, what are the goals of these conversations, and trying to move the managers to a place of being comfortable giving regular feedback and coaching employees in the moment. We're not there yet. I mean, it's definitely a work in progress, but I think that the culture is starting to evolve to a point where employees are looking forward to that. So now we encourage monthly or at the very least quarterly conversations using the tools, the quantum tools to help kind of document that, because that was one of the things that we had heard before, is that employees felt like managers were taking notes and they never really had access to that. So trying to open up the process, make it much more transparent and frequent.
That's awesome. What other tips might you have for an organization that's just now starting to kind of go down this path of evolving their performance conversations?
I think that it's helpful to, if you're going to ask managers to do something different, to give them tools and resources to do that. Feedback doesn't come naturally to any of us, so helping them have some new tools to have those conversations, I think, is helpful, and supporting them throughout that process, because it isn't comfortable giving and receiving feedback. So we've also helped employees receive that feedback too. So if we're asking managers to give them coaching on an ongoing basis, helping employees know what to do with that to really drive their performance.
Oh, those are great tips. Katy, thank you for joining us today here in the Engagement Studio. Those are some tips on how you can evolve your employee and manager performance conversations. Thank you all for joining, and let's go make work better every day. Thanks.